Hey everybody, this is Merrick coming at you not live again with a third sort of Transformers review. So, I wanted to talk about this guy before the season of summer ends. Technically, I know it's September, but summer, the season, does not technically end until the 23rd. And I wanted to talk about the current, what we should call it, Age of the Primes, Sky-Byte from Transformers Robots in Disguise, because Robots in Disguise was one of the Transformers shows I vaguely remember watching as a kid. I mostly remember Armada and Animated, for the most part. But I do vaguely remember watching Robots in Disguise, and that show kind of got mixed in with Armada and the rest of the Unicron trilogy. The point is that I have this figure here, Sky-Byte, because one, I love fucking sharks, and two, Sky-Byte is the breakout character from the show, and his design looks fucking cool, so obviously I'd want to pick him up. So this is not going to be like a full review of the toy, because let me be completely honest here. I don't like talking about Transformers for the most part unless I can transform them. So I don't want to call this a review because I can't really review this because I can transform him, but not on camera. No way, no how. And when I tried to do this as a regular review, I tried working this backwards and he kept falling apart because he's got like pieces that are not fully attached. I'll just say this. This Sky-Byte is the best Sky-Byte figure we've gotten of the character since the original one and since Cyber Shark from Beast Wars. So I do got to give some shout-outs later on once we get to the end of this because I've been waiting for this guy for months. I finally got him like a little while ago. And this was not to the detriment, but I passed up the Thrilling 30 Sky-Byte for this figure, and that one, oh my god, did not look good at all once I got my hands on him and was like messing around with him. I gotta give a shout out to the store Book Off for that one. They saved me some money there. But Sky-Byte here looks fucking sick. He's got his claw, he's got his mini gun, and the giant back thing, the fins, the shark head, the shark form when I can transform him. Oh, so good. So fucking good. I just wanted to gush about this figure for a little bit. He's a good size, like, especially for the price. The only downsides is his transformation, while not bad, he's not stable. So if you remember my talk of last time when I was talking about DevCon, him being all floopy and shit like that, right? The unfortunate thing about Sky-Byte here, he's that to the max. So these up here, they don't want to fall. There we go. I didn't want to think that they probably didn't want to show that on camera, but these tend to fall off because they come separated in the box. There's big shoulder pads that make up a shark body. That's not like the only things that like happen. You have to get his body in very specific positions in order to make things like stick together and like go together properly. So he's like, I can transform him. It's not like a situation with what the fuck is the name of that one dude, the flying tiger from Beast Wars that the name escapes me at the moment. But it's not like their legacy figure where I can't even transform him. I could do most of it to a certain point, but then at one point it doesn't want to go. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And it does not look like the video that I watched trying to transform him. But him I could totally do. It just takes time to do it, and it's not like the type of time that I have when I make these like figure reviews here. So outside of his like outstanding looking robot mode, I wish I could show the shark mode on camera because that looks good too. It even has enough articulation for a good shark mode, because this guy's whole articulation is great. It works well. It suits the transformation. It's just a great figure. That's why I wanted to talk about this, was that like out of all the Sky-Bytes over the course, where we've had like ones with the play features, like missile launchers, and a mechanical claw that you can like spin around, and other stuff, which are good for toys, but like tracking one down now with everything's like a pain in the ass. So just having this figure come out nice at a decent price too, I have to applaud that. But yeah, and then just levying the other options. Personally, I could not do the freaking thing, and it's worth just having him and him looking cool, even with his like weird transformation like things that I can't even do on camera. Like I have to keep repeating to myself, he's so worth it. Like even the gun not like fully sticking in his hand, or actually no, it sticks in. Just don't put it in fully, or else you're gonna have to like try to pry it out of his hand. It also doesn't look that good in the shark mode. He can't fully shut his mouth. It just kind of like looks like he's barfing up something, or he has like a gas tank in his mouth, unless you wanted to play Jaws or whatever the frick. But again, I digress. Apparently, you could even pull this off and flip it around, and there's a Predacon logo in there. Fascinating. So, I just wanted to make this like little video gushing about freaking Sky-Byte for a sec, because I can't transform him on camera. I don't want him to like flop around and have to pick up pieces, and more than likely have to clean pieces and other shit at some point. But like, oh, this is good. Also, wait, even though he doesn't like have an auto spin, you can still spin his claw. I know this isn't like your typical review, but I just wanted to talk about this guy because I love Sky-Byte. He's a good character, good figure design, and I'm glad we finally have like a decent, affordable figure of him that is just like the original, but better, though a little floopy and flawed and whatnot. That being said, again, like in comparison to the Thrilling 30, I'm so glad I saved my money and didn't purchase like one on the aftermarket for a shit ton of money. And I got this guy because that thing looked like a panel former from hell, and I really don't know where people are coming from. That thing looks good. I am sorry, but I took one look at it. I saw the gaps in his wrists, and I'm like, no, I can't. And then I got to give a shout out to my buddy Dave, because in his shop, I never played with the original Sky-Byte, but I've seen pictures of it. At least I remember. I might have played with it at like a freaking daycare or some shit like that. One of those like things you'd go to when you're a kid, or like, you know, a young kid, and then they'd have like toys and shit. I might have played with one, vaguely remember that, but I never owned one. So I gotta give a shout out to my buddy Dave. He owns a shop in town that he sells like random stuff out of, as well as surfing supplies. So he had in a Cyber Shark from Transformers, like the OG like mold that they used to make Sky-Byte, the Maximal that was, you know. So I got to mess around with that a little bit. I couldn't transform it, but like he too was floopy, but this was basically like his back too. This is almost like a full remake of that, but slightly better and slightly worse in some cases. So make of that what you will. You got to make your decisions based upon that. And I'm not sure. I don't have it for size comparison. I didn't buy it from him. I was so tempted to, but I'm like, no, I'm steadfast. I'm waiting for this, and I'm so glad I waited for this. But yeah, Dave had one, and I managed to mess around with it. It felt like the claw mechanism was giving out. It's just like, oh man. Again, sorry for like this such impromptu, random ass video. But this Sky-Byte gets it. Fuck, he's taking up so much space. This Sky-Byte gets 2 thumbs up from me because, oh, jeez. I love sharks. I love robots. I love robots that transform into sharks. So hopefully, maybe we'll see a repaint that is Cyber Shark, or we'll get like some other shark-based transformers, like Depth Charge. Because yes, technically, fucking whatchamacallits, stingrays and manta rays count as sharks. They're similar. They're in relation to sharks, basically. Manta rays count as sharks. There's also that hammerhead shark dude. Actually, there's a couple other shark-based transformers that, you know, exist. So hopefully we get new affordable figures of them and all that other crap. But yeah, this isn't really a review. This is just like a indictment on this. Indictment. More like this is a. I just want to applaud this figure for being good, and yeah, I'm just happy to have this guy, and I wanted to talk about him because I had him. I couldn't do a review because I can't transform him. He's got some minor points of like Bushi, but looking good on a shelf and like being able to transform him, which is a bit of a night. It's easy, but it's a bit of a nightmare. Worth it. But thank you guys for putting up with my inane rambling for a bit. But I didn't want to do like three. I didn't want to do 3 Transformers things all at once. It just so happened that I had 3 Transformers figures that I wanted to talk about because I thought that they each did something interesting and cool. And this guy was the first one I wanted to do at least before August ended. But that didn't happen, so I did others, and now we're in September, and blah, 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 blah. Basically, what I'm saying is, just get Sky-Byte if you want to get Sky-Byte. So worth it. And from what I've seen, he's very well stocked at places, so I don't think he's being scalped, which is good. And from what I've seen online, some people say some negative things about the figure, and I think that might affect if people want to, like, scalp it or not. But I'm not sure. Just go out, you'll find him somewhere. It's so worth it. Anyway, guys, Merrick out. Peace.